What's up, YouTube? Just a little bit of update of what we got going on here. So I took out 3 out of 4 of these floor joists on the perimeter. This one is still kind of under this stud, and maybe under this one, so I need to look at maybe some temporary blocking before I take that one out. Also took off about 12 inches of sheetrock above where the floor, so 12 plus 15 and a half, so like 17 and a half, which was my measurement, incidentally, of sheetrock off around the perimeter. And you can tell the big difference between studs that are newer and studs that are older. This one has some really old termite damage in it. Some termite damage on that bottom plate. That's a new bottom plate. This is a new bottom plate, so I'm wondering if they already replaced both of those to termites. That part was rotten out. This part is not too bad, but it was rotten out right under the stud, so I'm just going to replace that whole bottom plate. And then this stuff is a little bit newer and drier, so it's not looking too bad. I think what might have happened is we were getting groundwater coming up here, and then that was flowing through the bottom plate, which is sort of encouraging like bugs and termites and stuff. When the groundwater dried or subsided, then all the bugs and critters are getting in there. You can see some black mold over here, which is why I'm not really trying to spend a lot of time in here right now. But yeah, so we're gonna fill this in with some concrete. Probably take those bottom plates out first, although, yeah, I don't know, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. Concrete, then, yeah, I probably will take out those bottom plates just because then I can kind of push the concrete under where the bottom plates are and hopefully seal out a little bit of moisture from that bottom edge of the house there. So gonna be buying some supplies probably this coming Saturdays, or maybe actually probably Sunday, since I'll be, unless I stay up all night, I'm not going to be up at 7 in the morning when Lowe's open, so probably Sunday. Although it's just killing me, this working the night shift and this whole corona thing. You try to go into a store at 2 or 3 o'clock and just, there's 20, 30, 40 people in line, and you all got to stand 6 feet apart, and it's just a nightmare. It's really terrible for our economy. If you're like high risk or you're sick, definitely stay home. But should we force everyone to do all this craziness? Yeah, I don't know about that. So anyways, I'm going to clean up, get a little bit of food, get my materials list together. I've sort of put all the tools on this side and cleaned up this side and tried to clean up the floor a little bit because I really don't like walking over this hardwood floor with all this grit and nastiness. I've already kind of beat the snot out of this floor. It's not really in great condition in the first place, but I think it's the flooring the first tenant's going to get unless they object strongly to it, which I don't think they will. But man, this shower is just quite the experience, and I wish there was the elevation to have this sit lower, but I just don't think there is. So I think that's part of the reason it's coming out at the shower drain, that this is so high. It's coming out with some force. Something weird going on in the shower drain slope. So, at any rate, we're going to kind of wrap up the project for today. It's getting a little bit warmer, but we will come back in a few days and put some concrete in here, take out these bottom plates. Well, actually, probably take out the bottom plates maybe tomorrow morning, and then come in, get some concrete in there, and reframe all the outside, reframe the floor. I think I'm going to put just a little bit of a slope to help promote any sort of water that might be coming through. Of course, it's going to be a little bit weird with the toilet deal, but it's not going to be a very big slope. So I think with the rubber gasket on there, I can kind of fudge it. Or who knows, I might do something a little bit interesting and try to level where the toilet is different from where the rest of the floor is. But that's just a little bit too much work, in my opinion. So who knows? Maybe it'll just be a light slope. Usually like a shower or something, you want a 1/4 inch every foot, but that's that would be kind of a lot on this surface. So maybe I'll do like 1/8 of an inch every foot just to slightly encourage the water to flow that way when they're using the bathroom. So as opposed to out the front on the hardwood over here or toward these edges, getting the baseboard all rotted out and such. I think that's enough for this video. Until next time, keep your home's foundations and stuff nice and dry and not rotted, and keep prepping.